Hey group, it's Pitt, and we're back with another typing video. Today, I had to get in, I'm sorry I didn't know, my light wasn't on. Today I had to get in Madchild. This was the longest interview I could find. It's recent, and it seems like he might be opening up in it. I scrolled through some of the comments and it seemed that way. So we're going to check it out and see what we can get. Let's dig in.
Like, okay, even like you're on tour right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip past the music real quick. I love Madchild's music, but this is not a music video, and I'm trying not to get a strike.
Right? So like,
I did the whole thing on my Porsche too. When I showed up, they had a van with like 7 dudes, and I was like, "You guys are fucking crazy if you think I'm getting in that van."
Okay, that was informative. Like he just pulled that out, threw it out there. Informative.
So they're like, "There's no way you're gonna make it." I was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna make every show." And at the end, they were like, "Oh shit, you did it!" I just put the top down. I drove the whole thing all the way, New York, Miami, all the way back to LA.
Wow.
The whole country. I did it in a Porsche. 55 shows, made every show on time.
wow.
It was fun.
Sounds like
You live in LA now, right?
Back and forth, LA, and I guess we'll get to it, but I just got off a fucking bad Xanax addiction like 17 months ago, so I went to a place called Victoria, which is close to Vancouver, where I'm from, just to like kind of press reset and get off that shit.
Yeah.
So now I'm going back and forth.
I'm getting some preliminary movement vibes here. His hands are involved. He keeps moving it. But it might just be because he's uncomfortable. We're definitely getting some. They asked him just now. They said, "You live in LA?" He says, "Well, what had happened was informative. Like there's no, he's gonna have to try really hard to get me direct for me not to go informative."
I got a spot in LA and Victoria.
Okay. So even with all the touring that you've done, what do you think is your most memorable tour?
I don't remember much, to be honest with you. Most memorable tour.
I don't remember much as SI Demon, generally speaking. Like, yeah. SI deals with memory. It's slotting in the memories, having the experiences and sorting them into their boxes. Not being able to do that easily tends me to think SID.
Probably like
At least SI Trickster.
going way back, like Swollen Members days. The show is crazy. Like, you know, tour buses and like 40, 50 bitches on the bus, or ladies on the bus every night. Like it was, like 4 guys. Like that shit was surreal. It was crazy. It was like a 5-6 year wave that we rode that was insane. But I mean, I had a couple crazy tours as a solo artist too. It just depends, because I have this whole like lifestyle of being super fucked up and then getting sober for a few years. So some of the tours could have been a lot more fun, but I was sober.
Yeah.
That's one way of...
Some of the tours could have been a lot more fun, but I was sober. Is an interesting take on that. I'm not, it's hard. I haven't really seen any hard ideas or things yet. I'm leaning more towards ideas because we're not getting things. And gather ideas is one of the harder ones to identify. So we're going to look specifically to see if this is a gather ideas. Gather ideas is identifying but not really categorizing the ideas. So seeing them, telling everyone about them, but not really focusing in on them.
Looking at it, that's definitely a good take on it.
But I'm having fun right now. I'm sober. I mean, I drink. I have a few drinks, but I don't do drugs right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do drugs anymore. And I'm having a great time on this tour. I'm having, like, literally every day I wake up, I'm super happy. Like, I'm just like...
Also, we're not getting a lot of tribe out of this. He has mentioned we a couple times, like in reference to the tour, but most of this energy seems to be directed for him.
it's fucking great, man. I'm making money doing what I love to do. People still care.
Yeah.
I feel blessed, man. Like, I mean, it's such a cliche to say that, but like, coming back from hell like I just did. I was in a real dark place. So
that's ideas. That's ideas. Going through hell, I was in a real dark place. That's idea statements.
Really, like, do feel blessed right now.
So what made you realize
Feeling blessed.
the Zanny had to stop?
I'm fucking walking around in the walls and shit, like, not leaving my apartment for 2
Xanax is the devil.
years. Like,
You are supposed to feel emotions, people. That's supposed to happen. There's a reason why God gave you emotions. It's so you can feel them and learn from them.
fucking walking around in the walls and shit, like, not leaving my apartment for 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? Just fucking watching Netflix and drinking wine and shit, like stupid shit. Not being active, spending all my bread, like, you know what I mean? Just fucking dumb shit. Like, it's
Yeah, well, I'm definitely getting a gather ideas vibe now. Yeah, that was gather ideas. That whole statement right there.
like the same with the Oxycontin addiction I had. It's like, it stops becoming fun, and then you're just doing it because you have to. And like, Oxycontin is like a physical thing, so it's like you have to keep doing it so you don't get dope sick. Xanax, you have to keep doing it so you don't go fucking mentally insane. So it's like, I had to come off like 8-9 bars I was taking at the end. It's like every time I would come down to court, I'd be like fucking, like a drill going through my brain for like 10 days, and I'd have to keep doing that and keep doing that. That shit's no joke, man. Everybody talk about that shit like it's fun. That shit not fun, bro.
Yeah, that is definitely some gather ideas stuff right there. He's dealing with the century in an ideas way, so it's definitely pulling me in that direction.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that brings me to another question, because is this like before? Because you know how hip hop it's very drug culture now, right?
Yeah.
People talk about Xannies and all that stuff in hip
Yeah,
hop,
they make it seem cool.
right?
Yeah,
You were doing
everybody's
this
fucking full of
before
shit,
this-
though. Everybody talks about a whole bunch of shit just to sell, like, music.
Yeah.
They don't fucking party like I party, bro.
Yeah,
they
'cause,
don't.
like,
They're
this is
taking
before.
little fucking little things and talk. They're just glorifying the shit that, you know what I mean, that they think they're supposed to talk about. They don't really live in a life like I was living that life.
Yep.
I was really deep in that
And see, that is an organized things.
drug culture. It's not good. It's nothing fucking good or glamorous about that shit.
Yeah, because like I've seen music videos where guys have like Xanny cakes and stuff like that. But like you're talking about before all that whole hype was going on, you were like dealing with these type of issues, right?
Bro, I was fucking doing 2180s before there even was an opiate epidemic. I was doing $500,000 worth of dope a year before anybody even knew Oxycontin that was synthetic heroin.
Let me organize these things out for you real quick.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm rethinking my SI demon here.
So
That's wow.
did this
Yeah.
start before going on tour?
No, the whole like swollen members era was cool. Like we just drink. I mean, I drank a lot. I would drink like a whole bottle of Jack Daniels and like 12 to 18 Heinekens a night. But like I didn't drink when I went home. I just drank. But we were touring all the time, so I would drink at shows.
Yeah.
But then I'd go home for 2 months and never even think to have a beer in the fridge. You know what I mean? So whatever I did, I guess I had
Yeah,
a
the
high
road.
tolerance or whatever. But no drugs. Like, you know, I did coke and shit. And
That's organized things too. Like he's talking about the experience in an organized manner here. It's not about gathering the experience. It's about organizing the experience.
acid and all the shit like kids did when they were younger back then. But none of it became like a problem. It wasn't until like after that whole wave of success, I had 13 houses, I had fucking everything you could think of, I had it all. And then I was bored. Like the wave had kind of, when they say it's a wave, it's because it's a wave, you're riding a wave, but it's gonna crash, you feel me? So it's like, eventually that wave crashes, and it's like, what's next? Like,
All right, the wave crashed. What's the next idea? Let me gather the next idea.
I've done everything, man. Like,
I've done everything. Let me find a new idea.
my bucket list is filled. I'm only 27 years old. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
So you start going out with your friends and partying every night, and you know what I mean, and girls and drinking and drugs, and just get caught up. So I guess I was an opiate addict my whole life, but never knew it, because I would have never stuck a fucking needle in my arm. You know what I mean? I see what these Walking Dead motherfuckers
I'm not doing that idea.
look like on Hastings Street. I wasn't gonna fucking become a heroin addict. You fucking crazy?
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna happen to me. But
The
I got
synthetic.
tricked into the same shit by someone giving me a Percocet at a show. And when you drink beer and take a Percocet, if you're an opiate addict, that shit it's like heaven. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like the clouds parted halfway through the show, and I was like, what the fuck, man?
That is very gather ideas. Like, it's a sensory experience, but the clouds parted, and that's a very new idea type of situation right there.
About the answer. But at that time, I thought it was like something you would find in your parents' bathroom cabinet. It seemed harmless.
Yeah.
And long story short, 1 Percocet turned into 10, 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 360, which turns into fucking 2180s, because you don't want to take all that aspirin and get all puffed up like Elvis was.
Wow.
And then you're in a deep, dark place, and you lost all your money, you lost all your houses, your dick doesn't work no more, everything's fucked up, man. You know what I mean? I lived in my...
That's some organized things right there.
fucking theater room for 6 months, bro. I lived in a theater room in my house for 6 months.
Wow.
Fucking had 6 dogs. And I ate 2 things of ice cream at night. That's it. I was like 80 pounds overweight, like fucked up.
Wow.
So when I say people aren't really living that life, like, you can glamorize it, that's cool, but like...
You were deep into the...
But there ain't nothing glamorous about it. That's what he's trying to tell y'all. Now, he's dealing with self. I'm getting more control. Like, he's settled in. We're 9 minutes in. He's settled in. He's definitely more control. Like, his hand's still involved, but it's not his whole body. He's not moving a whole lot. He's controlled in his box as he's sitting there. He's still informative. He's definitely showing me informative. The hard part is trying to decide whether he is ideas-based or things-based. And I don't know. He's not really listing things as much as experiences. He's experience-based, which leans me towards things. Now, things and ideas can both be experiences, and that's where it gets difficult. We're going to give it a couple more minutes and look specifically at things, ideas, organize, gather. I've seen a lot of things organized. I've seen a lot of ideas gather, but not really enough to determine which is which. This is a tough one here.
Yeah, and some people can take Xanax and take it or leave it. Mm-hmm. All the power to them. Some people can fucking get high and just do it like a normal person. That's great. But like talking about it all the time, eventually you're gonna end up in rehab, homeboy. Like, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's things organized. Like, this is gonna happen. Like, this is the experience that you are gonna get if you continue on this path.
What do you think was your rock bottom? Because like
I've already organized this experience for you. It's a bad one.
I think I just explained that.
Yeah,
I was living in my fucking theater room for 6 months.
That sounds like pretty much rock bottom.
And while he did do a lot of gathering ideas, like, I'm not seeing an overarching let's gather all the ideas. He is gathering the ideas, but it's relative to him organizing the things and to getting the experiences and organizing them into how he wants it to happen. What we might be dealing with is an SI Dom, like an SI hero with the self-control issues. You don't see this as much. You don't. Normally your SI hero will break you from it, but that is not, obviously, is not an all-time thing. Nothing is set in stone in typology. I wish it was. It would make life a lot easier. But yeah,
I mean, you say you lost your houses, and you hear the man said lost all his houses, dick's not working, he's in his theater room, 6 dogs eating ice cream. That's
Like all of that was listing experiences. All of that was organized experiences from this.
That was it.
That's rock. That sounds like rock bottom.
That was it.
All right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and transition over, and we'll type this out. So this is going to be things, organize, self, control, informative. ISTJ alternate. Now, if you're new here, the alternate is because this third slot is extroverted. It just means it's harder for you to keep your mouth closed. It does change your stack. It does change how you see things. But it's more of a turn you into an extrovert type of deal. The SI hero, sorry, my throat, is going to filter your worldview through your duty. The strength is going to be the ability to see the job done, and we do it this way for a reason. It's not going to, yeah, wow. It's really weird. I don't like saying really weird, but it is to see an SI hero with the chemical issues. Like, they're all about the sensory experience. They're all about the knowing which thing to use. Yeah. TE parent is going to feel responsible for making sure the tribe knows the rationale. The strength is demanding proof. Well, Dr. So-and-so at the university, and you could see this in demonstration when he was talking about, well, I'm never going to be a heroin addict, but the doctors say that this medicine's all right. That's what that interplay right there was. Any child is going to feel defensive over the possibilities. The weakness is missing intentions and always feeling the need to be in the know. The child slot is where you feel defensive. And you can see, like, he had 13 houses, he said. He had all the things that you could want. And he needed more experience. He needed new experience. He felt very defensive over not having a new experience. FI inferior is going to think you're great at knowing life's values. Actually, you misunderstand them or invert them. Turn it into a strength by learning the tribe's morals. That T. You're going to think you're great at knowing life's values. You could see that. He thought that the money and the drugs and the sex was the values. And it's not. Like, that is not where life's values lie. And so he's going to not know that. He's not going to understand the values of everyone else. He's going to be caught up in his own feelings. My feelings as a FI. And it's in the inferior slot, so he's going to push that down and not worry about that. It's going to completely fall off. That's why when he dealt with the Xanax and got in that zone, he was all right, because he was already suppressing his feelings, and that just helped him do it. SE Nemesis, the challenge is going to lie with dealing with the tribe's physics, the actual physical things, the houses and the cars and those things. And you're susceptible to manipulation by distraction. What about this? What about this? What about this? Take this oxy, take this Xanax. TI critic's going to have a hard time organizing thoughts. Your second and third guess any thought that deviates however slightly from your normal. You're going to criticize yourself over your own thoughts. We see a lot of this stack in music because they're very vocal about what they think. Because they criticize themselves over it, and then they just blast it. NI Trickster is going to be unaware of how to choose the right possibility. You can definitely see that in Madchild's story. You have a harder time staying on task and work on willpower. Now, he demonstrated staying on task with his 55 shows. Like, he ran 55 shows, made them all on time in his car. But, like, he was focused on that. He's he hid out in his house for 6 months. That is NI Trickster. Not being able to choose the right possibility. FE Demon is going to undermine yourself by not trusting the tribe's ethics. You can't seem to find why this works for everyone, and you need to understand why you hold your rationale. Why do I TE? But why do I feel responsible for what everyone else thinks? Because that's going to help you to understand why everybody else feels the way they do. Not trusting the tribe's ethics is going to cause a lot of distrust. It's going to make you hide out in your house for 6 months. Man, that NEIFE stack really killed him right there. That Trickster and Demon interplay, just, yeah, that's a tough one to overcome. This particular manifestation of this stack is very interesting. There's things that you normally don't see, and things that you see absolutely see. The choosing the wrong thing and disappearing for a year, staying in your room for 6 months with nothing but dogs and ice cream. Yeah, that's a bad choices right there. That is not choosing the right possibility, and probably because he felt betrayed. He did not say why he got into this, but he probably felt like he was being betrayed either by his partners in the music industry, a partner in life, like a sexual partner, a relationship partner, or something along those lines. He felt betrayed, and it caused the spiral of not being able to choose. And I think this is like this was probably the cause of his spiral. Like, this whole demon stack right here is probably, yeah, he spiraled. And I mean, that was a lot of oxygen he was talking about. That's a lot of Xanny he's talking about. That's a whole lot of trying to drown your own thoughts. That is a whole lot of trying to get a different option. A whole lot of choosing the wrong thing and hiding from the tribe and their feelings. So this makes a lot of sense to me. I hope it makes a lot of sense to Madchild if he ever sees this. Everything in typology is subjective. This is not a sit down with Madchild and working through his issues. It could be, but it's not. And because there is not his direct input in this, I absolutely can be wrong. This is the general layout. This is the way the stack works. But I could have his stack wrong. He could actually be more gather ideas than he is organize things. That's a subjective judgment. This seems to work. This seems to fit. I know that the stack fits for me. I know that it works for other people in the way that it's designed. I know that. So, all of that being said, Madchild, I thank you for this interview. This was enlightening. I appreciate it. To the crew, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you're with me, and I am praying for you daily. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know who I need to type. Let me know who I need to react to. I'm getting some great music experiences out of this. I really am. I'm expanding my horizons a lot. This is growing me as a person. I'm enjoying it immensely. So thank you all for all of this. This has been Pitt's Tape. Peace.